Hi, I'm Jay Lucas.
And I'm Karen Lucas.
And welcome to the Sunshine Report. You know, we got a terrific topic for you this week. It's all about arts, crafts, and makerspaces all here in New Hampshire and beyond.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun. And you know, it brings so much to a community when you've got sort of art going on, you've got crafts, you've got places where people gather to do that, you get to display. I just think it's really, puts a lot of life and a lot of energy into the community.
Well, there are museums that have a lot of different crafts, and also there's a lot of people. I want to say it's like having these different areas of New Hampshire that have different artists, and then they have their shows, right?
Oh, sure.
We love going to those. And
well, one of my favorites always has been at Mount Sunapee every year around August or the early part of August.
Yeah.
The New Hampshire League of Craftsmen have a fantastic fair there, and it goes on for several days. It's almost a week, really. Yeah. It's a great one.
Well, I think that's the thing, is that all around the state you have all these arts and craft fairs, which are so cool. And then you also have, here in Portsmouth, you also have that as well, which is very, very cool, where you have the Strawberry Bank, and they do a lot of arts and crafts there. And then you have museums locally here that also do a lot of arts and crafts. And I also noticed that they were doing some fun things, recently that around town. So, they're bringing the people together by putting these,
the arts,
right? The arts, and it's beautiful, and music. So, part of the arts and crafts is also bringing music.
Right, and folk music and just music in general. One of the ones that I really like in Claremont, fantastic Makerspace, just off the Central Square.
Yes.
It's a very large facility, and it's got all the tools you'll need, whether it's weaving or woodworking or even metalwork. You just go in, and much of it's computerized now, of course.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic place to where people can really just kind of express themselves. But you know what? They also come together.
I know, that's what I love about it. And it brings people together, it brings community together, and it also brings people who have a craft to bring and show their craft. So that's a cool thing as well.
And one other thing I definitely want to mention is murals that go up.
Oh, yes.
Like in my hometown of Newport. Oh my goodness gracious, the murals are on the walls of some of the buildings, and they essentially tell the story.
Yes.
They tell the story of the community, the history, that whole aspect of it, and it creates a personality.
Right. Well, we could go on, but yes, you have even the candle makers that are local, and then you also have people who do things like quilts, and then they have fairs.
You'll see them.
Fairs that they actually bring in, and it's just amazing part of the community.
I was going to say all over New Hampshire, but really, if you go beyond New Hampshire, we see this everywhere in small towns, communities across America. It's really a lot of the lifeblood, which is so positive. Positive.
Love seeing that. Love just being able to be part of that, and see people being happy and enjoying those things that are really made here in America by people who live here. So it's beautiful.
Which is a positive thought.
Exactly,
Which is why we always like to say here at the Sunshine Report, it's positive energy that inspires positive change, that produces positive results. So have a great week, everybody, and get out and see some great arts, crafts, maker spaces, and enjoy.
Enjoy, everyone. This is the time to do it.